We make him fly like a ghost. If he want talk on the game, the heater gon' turn into toast. If he pull out and we spliffed him, he was just doing a distance. Promise we ain't gon' miss him. His soul gon' fly when we lift him. Bye, good riddance. Why is this harm her feelings? To the top on a mission. I got a shot, take it with precision. You ain't up if you ain't down to get it. Fuck it, Bob, if you ain't vibing with us. No, no, no. Bye, bye, bye. Clock him out. He ain't gon' talk when the Glock is off. You ain't gon' talk when the Glock is off. Headshot, knock him out. Ah, get him. Bye, good riddance. Sorry I had to do this. Sorry I'm being a nuisance. I just gotta get it. Hi, I'm Mary Jeans on my Louis V for the belt. 2 G's for the belt. Know the heater gon' make 'em out. Promise the heater gon' make 'em out. OD niggas know me. I just move along with the hand I throw.
Hi, JJ.
Hey.
I'm happy to see you. I missed you. How was your concert with your mom?
It was so fun. Oh my God. Like, we had the best time. We went to dinner. So awesome. We went to the concert. My mom is like in the aisle. You know, I get these nice seats, right? My mom's in the aisle, like breaking it down, singing. I'm like, okay, mom. Okay.
That's right. Cute. That's right. Let her rock. Let her have fun. I'm glad she had fun. That makes me so happy.
She had amazing time.
Yeah. That makes me so happy. So let's do roll call real quick. Listen, Stormy.
Okay.
Girl. Stormy wants to say hi. Let her say hi to you guys.
Okay. Hi, Stormy.
Say hi, Stormy. Say hi, Mama.
Hi, Mama. She's beautiful. Oh my God.
Say hi, Mama.
Hi, Mamita. I want to squeeze you.
She's so cute. She's such a good girl.
She's a pretty girl. Right? Oh my God, she's beautiful. That's the dog my son wants when he gets his house. But the problem is, it's Florida and Huskies don't do so well in the heat. I keep telling him that, you know, but kids.
She's so, you see her eyes? They're beautiful.
Oh yeah, blue. Gorgeous.
She's so beautiful, Mama. She's so smart.
She's like, okay, I'm going to sit here. I'm part of the live now.
She's so smart. She's so well behaved. You see her? She's giving me her paw. Like, she's so smart.
Hey, Mama.
That's her telling me, okay, I want love. She's so smart.
Sent her something. It's going to get there on Tuesday.
Oh, you did? Thank you.
Yeah.
You heard that? You got a gift, Mama. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry. You know, this is my
Sorry, we're not ignoring you. I see you all.
Yeah, sorry, guys. All right, let me say hi to everybody. Hey, Corn's mom. Listen, don't worry about it. I understand. There were times where my membership's lapsed. I just appreciate you even having been a member. Don't even worry about it. I love you. Hi, Mama T. Hi, Celia, my New York sister. How are you, Mama? Hey, Vera, my girl. How you doing, baby? Sorry. Hey, BB from V8. Stop it. She keeps messing with my vape. Stop it, girl. The hair on. You don't smoke. Hey, Steven Crisco. Sorry. Hey, Steven Crisco. How are you, Mama? All right. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I don't know. She's like, wants my attention. She gets my attention. Hi, Christine. How are you, beautiful? But I don't know. Hey, Patty Brunner, my girl. Hey, Welsh Rose. How are you, Mama? Nice to see you, sweetie. Hey, Joe being Joe. My nerves are shot to pieces. My daughter and granddaughter came to see me for my birthday, and they must have drove over something sharp on the way home. The tire blew up. They are fine. Oh, that's terrifying. Because the sound of the car shakes and stuff. Thankfully, they're okay.
Thank God.
That's scary, sweetie. I understand. Hi, BB from VA. I can pull a muscle just putting on my underwear. What, Mama T, what's going on? You okay? Just twisted the wrong way. Ooh, oh, that's the worst. Listen, I'm getting old, man. I was fixing the table, one of the legs, and I bent down and like twisted something. How just bending down do I twist something? So I need to get some damn exercise because something ain't right with me. Hi, Teresa, my sweetie. All right, I'm sorry. Just want to say hi to Stormy, right? She's such a good girl. Thank you, guys. I love her so much. She's such a good girl. Let's see. Hey, Shay, my beautiful Shay. Hey, Grace Case. You didn't see her? This is Stormy. Let me show you guys. Hold on. Say hi, Stormy.
Hi, mamita.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, beautiful girl.
Oh, dame besos.
She's so
I want to
cute.
kiss her so much.
She's so cute. She's such a good girl too. She's my oldest son, that's his dog, his daughter. And when he's at work, she's with me, like she's literally right here. She's with me all the time. And my son said the sweetest thing. Hi, Mikey. How are you, Chulo? My son said the sweetest thing. He said, Mom, it's because our energies are the same. My oldest son, he's the only
Mhm.
one that looks like me. The rest of my sons, they're all their father. Like it's disgusting. Um,
Yeah, your youngest one is like Alex, like
Reincarnated. Yeah, it's
identical. Yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy.
So he's the only one. He looks a lot like me, like a boy version of me, and we have similar personalities. So he says our energy, she feels the same energy. So she's really, really close to me. And I'm always talking to her, because I miss my dog, my dog Princess. I'm not gonna lie, I cry. I cry. I don't even want to talk about her because I cry. Um, I do go see her, but it's hard to leave her. Hi,
Yeah.
Tina. How are you? It's hard to leave her. She's taking care of, Alex is taking great care of her. I do
Good.
go and get big bags of food for her and for the cat, because I don't want people saying that I abandoned my animals. They're well taken care of. I just can't bring her here. You know what I mean? So I miss
They
her.
are, but you also know that Alex isn't going to not take care of them. So for
Yeah,
anyone that would want to shame you for that is just
he's not
a
gonna. Yeah,
little
he's gonna take care
disgusting,
of
you
her.
know? It's like
Yeah,
you don't want to do that, neither does your youngest son. I don't want to say his name, but
yeah.
they don't want to,
I know.
you had to
I
end the
had to.
story.
Yeah, and it was hard. It was hard to do that because we didn't want to leave for that
Of
reason.
course not.
But
Right.
my other son was like, "Mom, listen, I love them too, but your lives are more important right now." So anyway, I won't
Uh-huh.
go into all of that. But I just because every time I talk about her, you already know. I don't care anymore what people.
Yeah, that's for a Monday members only.
Yes. So okay. So hi everybody. I hope I caught everybody. I hope so. For anybody watching in the bushes, hello, how are you? I hope you're having a great Sunday. Um, Princess is Alex's dog too. Yes, she is. And
Yep.
he loves our animals. You know what I mean? He does. He loves the cat.
Ay.
I'm not worried about them. I know that they're good. Housewives. Oh my God, I was just thinking about you. I just saw your
You just said her name too.
yeah, I saw her post on IG and I was thinking about her. Love you, housewives, and I hope that you're taking care of yourself. I hope you got rest today. I hope you've eaten, girl. Yep, we all gonna keep on you. I'm not gonna
Right.
DM you. I'm giving you some rest. I understand it's overwhelming, but I love you and you're in my thoughts, housewife. Breezy
Ridiculous.
girl. Hey, my shorty pie. How are you, mom?
Breezy.
I was just telling JJ about Breezy
What's
too. Oh
up,
my God.
Breezy? Yep, Breezy, Housewives. We were just talking about all these
Yes,
people.
we
I'm
were.
like,
We were.
and I
Not
was like,
bad, not
what?
bad, guys.
No, no, not bad at all. Because
Yeah,
she was saying, a couple things, and I'm like, oh no, what do I do now? They mad at us? She's like, no,
yeah,
no, no, we're good. We're good. I'm
yeah,
like, oh, thank God, because you never
yeah.
know. I mean, I get in trouble for things I don't do.
I
Doesn't
know.
matter.
I know. It doesn't matter. Thank you, Tina. I just did I say I call this a neutral eye, but I guess some people may not. But this is neutral to me. This is as neutral as it gets with me.
It's a Cindy neutral.
This is the Cindy neutral, yes. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, Let me see. Sorry, guys. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, spill hot chocolate all over. What the fuck?
Oh, oh my God. Thank God, Stephen Crisco. Okay. So, oh my God. Thank God. I'm so happy. Okay. You guys, well, let me stop assuming. I gotta stop assuming. Um, hey, Miss Mickey, my beautiful girl. Listen, Miss
Miss
Mickey, I was
Mickey.
looking at your picture and I was like, yo, that picture is fire. Fire. You are so gorgeous, girl. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Where? On IG?
Um, no, right here. You don't see her picture? Look at her picture.
Oh no, no, no. I can't see. Where?
I have it on
Oh,
screen.
oh. Okay, yes. Yes, I
It's
did see that
beautiful.
one. She looks like my cousin. Oh
She
my
looks
God. She looks so
beautiful.
much like my cousin. My
Yeah, she looks
cousin's just a
beautiful.
little bit darker, but that's my cousin.
Aw,
Looks just like her.
That's good. And I know Housewives J Fid was worried about you too, and wanted to make sure you ate. So J Fid's another one. We love her. That's my friend. That's my girl. I love her to death. And
Yes,
she was worried
100.
about you too, Housewives.
That
She
was
really
another
was.
one. I'm like, don't
Yeah.
tell me, because today I haven't been able to be like any
Okay,
lives or
good.
anything. I did
Yeah.
church and football, and then afterwards,
Yeah.
um, we went to our
Okay,
lunch
cool.
on the water and stuff with the family. So
Oh,
I
that's
didn't even see.
yeah.
So Cindy was saying some names, and I'm like, oh shit. I hope we're not in trouble with people. What did I do now? I wasn't even online today, but you never know.
I
You
hope J
never know.
Fit is okay. J Fit was a little upset. I'm not gonna, go into our
Yeah.
private DMs, but
Well,
she's
we
a little
love her.
upset at
We love
stuff
you,
that's
J
going
Fid.
on, and we love J Fit. It's hard for subscribers. When you have a channel, right? You kind of, after a while, you get used to situations changing, right? People that were cool, and I'm saying it in quotations because, you know, right? Um, Switch, and sometimes you don't see it coming. And so for subscribers, it's hard. You get close to people in chats, and then something happens. You have a difference of opinion over a situation with content creators, and it changes in an instant, and your
Yeah.
feelings get extremely hurt because you're not used to it. When you're on a channel, like when I first started my channel, I wasn't used to it either. I thought that I took people at face value, and that was very naive of me. And J Fid is learning now the hard way that not everybody's who they pretend to be, and that breaks my heart for
Mm-hmm.
her, and I'm very upset for her and a lot of
Yes.
other people that have dealt with a lot of hate lately. Yes, yes. Anybody that wants to reach out to Housewives Mims, she's redirecting everybody to Mims because she's dealing with a lot in her personal life. I'm not gonna tell her business, but she's dealing with a lot in her personal life and online. And
Mims?
no,
Mims is?
Housewives,
Oh,
Housewives.
housewives.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
And she needs to rest. She needs to decompress. So
Yeah.
she's asking everybody to just, if you want to get a message to her, relay anything to her, to please relay it to Mims. Okay.
Right.
So, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, breezy girl and crazy. Anyway, so I was just talking to JJ before we went live, and that makes me sad for JJ too, that every time I talk about one of our friends, she's like, they mad at me, and I'm like, because this is a common thing.
It
A
happens
common
so
thing.
often. It doesn't matter. Like, it could be
Yeah.
one little thing, and people are like, oh, that's it. I pull my support.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. That's it. I'm like, what did I say now? Like,
Thank you.
God forbid,
Yeah.
it could be like, I wasn't even live, but I was
Oh, thank
live
you.
afterwards, on the way home from the concert,
I
because
know.
it was really late. It was probably like 12:30 by the
Yeah.
time me and my mom finally got on the road. And
Yeah.
to me, that's late, people, right? I go to bed early. So
Yes.
that's late. And my mom stays up. She's always been a night owl. So to her, it's like she's getting her second win, right? So
Yeah.
we're in the Jeep, we're driving home, going down the highway, and she's like, listening to some of her music and stuff. And she's like, so, tell me about these things. And I tell her a little bit about lives and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I wasn't on Cindy's tonight. I'm
Thank
like, so
you.
let's listen to her live together. So
Yeah.
we listened to it like on 1.5 speed. And she just thinks my mom, at 61 years old, thinks it's so weird that people would go real life and start looking into people and stuff. She's like,
Right.
what? I'm like, yeah, mom, like, you have no idea. I'm like, this is the way it is. It's just the way it is. So
Yeah.
we
Right.
did. We
Sadly.
listened to you, and then I got home. I dropped my mom off. I got home, and Jules was live. And I'm like, all right. I woke up, I slept only a few hours or whatever.
Right.
And I wake up, Jules is still live. I clean my
Yes, I
entire
know.
house. Jules is
No.
still live. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm like, I'm good with this because my
Yeah.
family's not talking to me while I'm cleaning. Like I'm on a mission and they're afraid I'm going to ask them to do something. So they
Right.
hide.
They stay far away from you, right?
Exactly. They stay far away. And it really is. And I was in there some, when there were
Yeah.
things that pertain to you and I, because people get, especially like they will shorten Just Jules and they'll say JJ,
Yes. Yes.
when some people are meaning me and
Yes.
some people will be meaning her.
Yes.
So
Yep.
it can be a little confusing,
Confusing. Yes.
but I definitely was in her chat and I definitely said some things that were only factual. I didn't
I know.
like exaggerate. I didn't, nothing. It was
No.
just exactly factually what happened.
Right.
That's it. That's it.
Yep. You didn't, and you weren't nasty. So that's a bit what I want to talk about because we were in there, and like I said, a lot of people are hurt and upset, and are taking breaks, and it breaks my heart. You know, people in here right now have said it affected them, and that hurts me. um, because you guys don't have the outlet that we have. And sometimes people say, when I say subscribers don't have an outlet like us, it's unfair for content creators to say, well, then let them make a channel and talk their shit. You can't say that. Not everybody's ready to make a channel. Not everybody's willing to do that. Some people don't feel comfortable doing that. Hi, Sarah Q. How are you, beautiful?
Oh,
Um,
Sarah. She's
sorry,
another
Phoebe.
one.
Yes.
Sarah's another one that was all like, it was, it's crazy when people realize and they finally have like kind of an epiphany for
Epiphany,
what they
yes.
thought
Yes.
once was. It's
Hi,
an
butterfly
epiphany, but it's
kisses.
also so heartbreaking because you
It
think
is.
you are supporting someone who is standing for what you feel, as far as morals and values and those kind of things. And when you
Yeah.
figure out they're really not, it's like, oh my God, I've wasted so much time,
Yes.
money, all that stuff on supporting somebody
Yep.
that was not what I thought. It
And you know
sucks.
what, JJ, also like people are there'll be people hi BB loves honey tea.
Baby.
You'll disagree with people you support. Even like content creators, you're not gonna always agree with them, right? And I think that you should gauge it, right? Like I don't think that there's never been a time where a content creator that I support, they say something that I disagree with, and I'm like unsubscribe. No, that's just for me. I don't do that. It takes a boundary of mine to be crossed, and then I'm like, okay, I'm pulling away. But because we disagree or I don't agree with a certain point of view of theirs, I don't unsubscribe. I don't pull support. Like I said, it takes something serious and something fundamental for me to be like, yeah, this is not a thing. And I'm okay. I said recently I'm not going to go back and forth with creators, and I'm not. I'm not flaking on that. I'm not going back on that. I will give my opinion on situations. And so today I wanted to talk about boundaries. Of course, I could see you, Corn's mom. Of course, sweetheart. I said hi
Yeah.
to you. You didn't hear me, sweetie? I said hi to you, my mama. Of course, I could see you, shorty pie. Wait, Teresa says I don't see much. I don't say much because I really don't know these other creators that you guys are talking about. I know of them, but I don't watch them. And the thing is, Teresa, that like we're talking maybe about specific creators, but this happens everywhere on YouTube. It's happening everywhere. They're going real life, they're doing all this behind the scenes stuff, and then you come on your platform and you sit here like, not I, like, cut the shit out. At least be real with your shit, own your shit. But anyway, whew, I was about to get sidetracked. So anyway, I wanted to talk about boundaries, right? Because JJ said Just Jules did a live and she was dealing with a lot. Um, in my last live, I talked about an interview that was done with her ex's sister and all this stuff, and my live was just in support of her. So After that, she was live for hours. You know, I guess her nerves, everything was just, that's a big thing. She ended up speaking to her ex on the phone. And I could understand her nerves, not having spoken to him in a long time. Her nerves were, you know what I mean? So she wasn't able to sleep or
Well,
whatever. What?
let me just say, for anybody who didn't listen to the live on Friday, Just Jules's
Thank you.
ex's family was
Yes, his sister.
contacted, and
Yes.
his sister,
It's
and
okay, mama.
did some sort of interview with
Yep.
Lily, that comes from the 90-day community. So
Yes.
it's just more fuckery of like involving family and involving people that should not be involved whatsoever. Now, once they're here, I don't think there's a whole lot you can do to stop that. But
Yeah.
to actually reach out and bring them in is a different story. And that's what happened with Jules.
Yeah. So
So go ahead.
so Jules was live for a long time. Of course I was asleep. I think when I woke up at 7 a.m., I always, check my notifications. And like I said, I rock with Jules. So I always click on her channel just to see if she was live when I was asleep. And I clicked and it said she was still live. I'm like, what the hell? Hi, Kara. How are you? Beautiful. So I was like, what the hell? So I clicked in and I was like, hey, good morning, yada, yada, yada. And I was in and out. And there's a man that is a content creator that recently got custody of his teenage niece, right? And I'm not going to say his name because I want to be careful because the niece is a teenager. Um, so before this,
I
I think the night before, she had been trolling. I was in there the night before the interview. She had come in with her uncle. He came in and was trolling, and then she came in and was trolling, and she kept trolling, and they couldn't block her. I don't know what kind of troll account she had. She could only get timed out. She couldn't get blocked. I see my Amy Lou. Hey, Amy Lou, shorty
What's up,
pie.
girl? What's up?
Yes, Corn's mom. Yes. So, and she's a teenager. The age kept changing. First it was 19, then 18, then 17. Like he kept saying different. No, you're good. You're good, mama. You're good. Um, kept saying different ages. Regardless, she's a teenager, right? So she's coming in and she's trolling and she's whatever. The day that Jules was live, this gentleman, his name is Zeus. They call him the duck dropper because he dropped a duck on live. Anyway, um, he watches every live and he's always coming into her lives and saying stuff. Anyway, my point for saying that is that the niece, um, he wanted to validate her age, and people in the chat were like, no, don't show her ID. He's like, she's in the car with me and all this stuff, right? Um, now, when I heard her in the background, she said something that triggered me. The niece said that her mom was in rehab, got out of rehab. And I'm not saying it to tell her story. There's a reason why I'm saying this, okay? Because I don't think it's not my business to tell. I'm telling you guys this for a reason. When she said that, and and the sound of her voice, I'm trying to be easy. The sound of her voice broke my heart. I started crying for the girl, and she was trolling, okay? But I know
Big
that she's
time.
a teenager and she needs guidance. And it broke my heart that this man, grown man, is has his teenage niece involved in online crap. I
Yes.
have sons. I have 5 sons. I have a teenage son. My youngest son just turned 18. I do not tell my son about what's going on online. I do not. My oldest son, I'll talk to him about, YouTube and stuff, but I do not tell my sons because my sons would be very upset. They would be very upset and they would want to come and address it. It's my job as the adult to keep my sons away from this stuff. First of all, the majority of us are grown, right? My teenage sons, in my opinion, this is only for my sons, Don't, if it don't apply, let it fly. Don't take it to the butthole if it's not for you. But for my sons, they have no business in a community that I'm in, right? This community, the community I'm in, is mainly women, mostly women. No shade to the men that are here. I do not want my sons involved in this. You know what I mean, JJ? Am I?
Yeah. No. I completely agree. Like right now, Jules is home, right? She knows she's like, it's Sunday, you're going live with Cindy. Can I come on with you? And I'm like, no. And the
Right.
reason for that is,
Yep.
I put her on my channel a few weeks ago. She had an off moment where she
Yep.
didn't have to be at school yet or study. And I had a moment. I mean, it's rare that we have moments at the same time where we can take, 2 hours to just chill. It's
Yes.
sad, but it's true during the
Yes.
day. Like we have lives. She works,
Right.
she has school
Thank
full
you, Mama
time.
T.
So,
Yes.
you know, I
Yep.
could have
Yep.
absolutely have her come on, like I did the last time. I asked her, some questions of like, I gave her scenarios that are
Yes.
going on in different communities and I asked her opinion,
Yeah.
and the ones that didn't like her opinions were now saying she's fair game
She's fair
because
game.
she
Yep.
came as a
Yes.
guest on my
Yes.
channel. I'm
Yes.
like,
No.
I
No.
don't want to tell you my original thought, but
Right.
like my afterthought was
Try
try
it.
it.
Try it.
Exactly,
Try it.
try it because I
Mm-hmm.
will. There, I'll burn YouTube down. You guys have no idea. I mean, I know there are parents that are able to handle that kind of stuff differently,
Right.
but I'm not one of them, and I
Yeah.
know
No, me
my
either.
weaknesses.
Me
I
either.
do. I know
I
what my
show my whole
weaknesses
ass for
are,
my kids.
and exactly. I only have two. I have a
Yeah.
23-year-old son, a 21-year-old daughter. And when my daughter comes on here and she doesn't even know who she's talking about,
Right.
I'm
She's
just
talking
giving
in
her
general.
scenarios like,
Yes.
do you think calling a mixed man a mongrel is racist? Do you think calling a mixed man a mutt, those kind of things is racist? And when she looks at me crazy, like, what the fuck? Who does that? Right? Like, she don't,
Mm-hmm.
when she looks at me like that, and I'm like, okay, gotcha, thank you,
Yeah. That's all I
kind
needed
of
to know.
deal. That's all I needed to know, and that was the first time I ever
Oh,
even heard
definitely.
my daughter say fuck. And I swear to God on my life, and I haven't
Right.
heard her say it since then. She
Right.
turned around and looked at me and was like, what the fuck? I'm like, exactly. That's the things that go on this
She must have been
YouTube.
tight.
She
She must
was,
have
and
been
she
tight.
wasn't. Yes. And the
Right.
next day, it was funny because well, not funny, but me and my husband and Jules were having dinner. And she even said, she's like, I don't understand that. She's like, why would you think any differently? Why? Why? I'm like, I don't know, Jules. I'm like, people are crazy in this world and they're just going to say whatever they want to say. And
Yeah.
then they're going to die on the hill that they are right.
Yeah. Yes. And
We need to
yes,
care about other people and their
you're right.
feelings.
And Corn's mom, I agree with you 100%. It wasn't Jules, just Jules, sorry, not JJ
No,
Jules.
no,
It
no, no,
wasn't just
no.
Jules who brought her. And the first night when she
Nope.
was trolling, Jules was telling Zeus, it's not a good idea to have your niece involved with this. She kept saying it. She kept saying it. Now, a lot of people, a lot of certain creator use that when the niece was in the background of Zeus being on panel and stuff. And it's Zeus's responsibility. That was like where I was trying to get to. If my
Yeah.
children come on and act a fool, that's my responsibility. Because let me tell you something. I've said my grown sons, I can't control them, right? You can't control even my teenage son. I can't control him when he's not with me. But let me tell you something. If I'm online here, I can control if my son comes into a chat where I am talking shit. If I tell my son bounce and he doesn't respect me. My sons respect me. They know. I say, what are you doing here? Get up out of here. They're gonna get up out of here. So it was his responsibility to tell her, hey, I got this, let me handle this. And he didn't. And then he said, well, what do you want me to do about it? It was his responsibility. He is her guardian. Okay. And that was my point. It's not on anyone else um but him. That is his responsibility. 50 Shades of
Yeah.
Green. Hey, mama. And Lisa
Hey, 50
Ann, hey,
Shades.
sweetie.
And Lisa
Um,
Ann, what's up, girl? You're always in there. And you're always so positive, too,
she is. She's
like
so
Lisa
sweet.
Ann and like with
Yes.
Code and all of them,
Yes.
I just, it makes me sad because I see, right, like I said, I have a 23 and a 21-year-old.
Yep.
Those are my only kids. That's it,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? And me with telling Jules, no, you cannot come on. No, you can't, like, because she wanted to come on. She wants to talk to Cindy. Like, that's
Yeah.
the fun thing to her.
Yeah. I love
Cindy,
her so much.
Miranda, and all the others that she had a blast, talking to
Mm-hmm.
during my birthday stream. Those are the
Yeah.
people she wants to talk to. And I would love for that. Who wouldn't love
Yeah.
their kid to be sitting right by them and talking and having a good time? However, my child respects me enough that if I say, no, I
Yes.
don't want you on this live, and not only do I
Yes.
don't want you on this live, I don't want you commenting, I don't want nothing, not even under a sock account,
Nope.
nothing. She
Nothing.
is not here right now.
Right.
She's not.
That's
And
right.
and we have to understand is that what happened
Okay.
with his niece, she had been trolling. I mean, hardcore trolling for a couple of days due to him. And he
Yep.
allowed it and thought it was funny. He
Yes.
also said some very inappropriate
Yes,
things
he
about
did.
menstrual cycles and
Yes.
all kinds of things in
Yes.
other chats about his
Yes.
niece.
Yes.
So, of course, people fail to realize that and wonder why,
Yep. Yep.
and which yesterday for me, when I heard that, was like such validation because, I mean, that's just on like a second, third, fourth level afterthought. Like, Jesus, there are other people that realize that it's not just about a pregnancy thing, like not using
No,
safe sex,
it's
not
inappropriate.
being careful.
Right.
And
And right. Go ahead, JJ. I'm sorry.
oh, no, no, go ahead. Go.
No, no, I just wanted to say, I wanted to read Breezy Girl's comment, and I wanted to say that is the thing. The things that he brought onto the internet and other people's chats on panels was she's a teenager. Wait, let me read Breezy Girl's comment first, then I'll get into that. Breezy Girl says the majority of the chat was against the girl being on that live.
Oh,
So people in the
everybody.
bushes, yes, go back and you can see what we were saying in the chat. The
Mm-hmm.
majority of the chat was against that girl being on that live. It was fucked up for that other creator to say we were all attacking that girl, and we weren't. We were saying, Zeus, get your niece off of here. Your niece doesn't belong here. That's what we were saying in the chat over and over and over and over and over again.
Yes.
Okay. Because I was there for that whole interaction. And I remember empathizing with the girl afterwards and saying comments in there. So we weren't attacking the girl. Now, I want to say this, right? When I was a teenager, I thought that I was immortal, right? You don't think of your mortality. You don't, that's not a thing. You know what I mean? Unless you're physically ill, then of course. But as a teenager, that's not a thought. Now in my 40s, of course, I think about that. Oh, I'm getting older. You think about dying. When you're a teenager, that's not a thought. They think that they're invincible. They lack maturity. They lack common sense sometimes. So it is guidance that they need. Kids need boundaries, guidance, all of that. They're going to push the limits as much as they can. And so I tried to keep that into consideration as well. She's a teenager. Had there been the internet the way it is now when I was a teenager, boy, I would be so
Oh,
embarrassed. And I'm, look, still
I'm
getting embarrassed with
grateful
some of
every
the stuff.
day that ain't the
Right.
case. I'm
But as
grateful.
as at my age, I'm still embarrassed some of the stuff I say. So as a teenager, I was very impulsive, and so I understand that. And so my point brings it back to the guardian. He was bringing up stuff that didn't need to be brought up, asking about her menstruation and all of this. Now, listen, if he talks to these ladies, right? He was on a panel. He talks to these ladies behind the scenes. He should have asked these questions behind the scenes. You don't get on a live and ask these questions on a public platform because she may not know the difference. And he may be a man, but common sense should tell you, even as a man, if you don't know, you can look it up. You can take her to the doctor, ask the doctor questions, or you can ask your female friends privately. Now that information is out there for everybody. Then, because people were saying, oh, maybe she's pregnant, then to bring a pregnancy test on a public platform and
which
show
he
that
did.
she's not pregnant, right? This is all things that he did. This is all information he put out there as a grown adult. Again, she's a teenager. Teenagers are impulsive. They post things on Instagram, TikTok, all of this shit that is like, they're going to regret it later on in life. But it's us, the adults, the people overlooking them, watching them, that should be like, hey, and sometimes your kids are going to post things that you may not know about. But when you know, that's your job to try to prevent it. I'm not going to say that our kids are not going to do things that are out of our control, because that would be unrealistic, and I'm not unrealistic. I know my sons probably say and do things when I'm not around that I'll smack them upside the head. I'm talking about things that I'm aware of. I would never, that's why I don't put my son's business out here. I talk about my stuff, and I know that stuff that I speak about with me affects my children, but I don't talk about their personal things like, oh, well, my son, let me tell you, he was sleeping and had a dream and woke up. Never, never in a million years would I do that. You understand?
Right.
Never in
And
a million years.
I think people also need to understand that it wasn't the niece that Jules led on panel. It was the uncle, the major, the problem, you know? So she let him up to kind of curse him out and them have their banter. But then you got the niece sitting next to him in a car saying whatever she wants to say. And I'm sorry, but there's only so much someone can take besides you're going to want to like flick the little fly or the gnat away, which was
she was being a pest. She was, and then Jules was already mad because she had been trolling before, like over and over and over and over and over again. So I get the frustration. And not only that, and this is not an excuse, this is, in my opinion, reasons. Jules was already here. Imagine being attacked constantly. You're getting it from everywhere, right? And then this dude, this man, talks about you're obsessed with him, but he watches every live she does. He comes into almost every live, comes into the chat, I swear, every single time. He comes into her chat talking shit. Why? That's like me. If people that I don't like, I don't go into their chat. I don't troll them. I don't do none of that. I stay as far away from them as humanly possible. But he's always in her chat, antagonizing her. And he said, he's with his niece in the car. He said, put his penis in her mouth. Really outrageous stuff. He's really inappropriate. He's really disrespectful. Then he said, when he went on somebody else's panel, had he been in Jules's face, he would have smacked her. He would have laid hands on her. Like,
did he say that? What the fuck?
Yes, he did. Yep. He said he would have hit her. Yep. See, look. He even said if he seen Jules in person, he would hit her. What?
I hear he's playing victim now. Like, oh, my poor niece, and she's just crying and blah, blah, blah. Listen, there is a reason that I did not tell my daughter to be right beside me right now, because anything she says, I'm gonna lose my shit if you come after my child.
I know.
So and honestly, and I want to do those I want to do the lives, or not even lives, if we do an upload or something of Jules reacting to different scenarios I'm giving her in different communities that she has nothing to do with. I don't tell her beforehand what to say. I don't tell her scenarios. I don't tell her anything. However, my daughter would never disrespect me. He said, I can't help it. I can't help what she does. And if she goes on your channel, really? because
How did she even know about Just Jules? How did she even know about this whole situation?
right,
My
right,
sons
and
don't
not
know channels that don't like me. My sons have no idea who they are. You know
none,
what I mean?
no,
Like
no,
they
and
don't.
it's not just that, it's even if they do, like, how do you not respect? If my mother told me right now, I don't want you going on YouTube, this is horrible, blah blah blah, if I went on YouTube, I would feel guilty as a mofo. Let me
Yes,
just
me
tell you
too.
that, because
Me
I
too.
respect my mother, my kids respect me. That's why my Jules
Melanie
is
P.
my Jules. I know there are two Jules,
Yes.
not just Jules, but my Jules
Your Jules,
is
right.
in her bedroom right
Mhm.
now studying,
Yes.
because I didn't want her to say something that people are going to come back and attack her for just having an opinion. Like,
Yes.
there's no nothing. So let
No.
me tell you, if this girl who is supposedly, I don't know, 18, 19, whatever she is, because they can't seem to get the dates right,
She said
so
17 because she said Mikey was 4 years older than her. And I heard that he's now saying his
mhm.
own niece doesn't know how to count. Like, okay, my sons know how old they are.
Wow.
Like, what? You know, when you're young, you remember how old you are because you lie about being older. You don't lie about being young. I know, you know what I mean? In my day, when I was a teenage girl, I wanted to be older. Now I wish I was younger. So her not knowing her birthday or how old she is, it just doesn't make sense. And again, whatever. But he did that. He's inappropriate. I'm sorry. I just want to say hi, Lainey Lynn. Hi, Melanie B. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say hi to the ladies. Please continue. I'm sorry. Hey, coffee loves my company. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that some things go a little too far. It's like everybody wants to get, like, they want to be the one, like, I'm getting this exclusive interview, but I could never, like, I would cringe the entire time asking any sort of questions, any sort of anything, just because I don't like somebody and their opinions or their, it's been done to me. We'll just say that. I've
True.
been doxxed. I've been, and for what?
Yes.
I don't go on Google. I don't
Sassy.
look anybody up. I don't, and it's not because I'm dumb enough not to. I have a business in which we actually do that. It's not ethical to be online and not, just because you don't like someone's opinion or what they say, anything, whatever. It's not your right to go looking up somebody and then contacting family members. I'm sorry.
No,
It's just
you're right.
not.
You're right.
It's wrong. It's wrong. And and I keep hearing, oh, you made your daughter a public figure, we can talk about her. Try it.
And she didn't say
That's all I
anything.
got
She
to
didn't
say.
attack anybody. That's the difference. Like I don't. They would solely attack your daughter simply because she's your daughter because she didn't say anything. She didn't know these people.
She doesn't.
She was speaking generally. JJ had told her situations without telling her specifics. Like her daughter, let me tell you, her daughter's college bound, all these things, an amazing young
Yeah, she's
lady.
already in college.
Right,
She's,
that's what I'm saying. So
yep, yep.
she's not sitting here like, oh, let me, go to this channel and see that channel. She doesn't have any idea. It was
Mm-mm.
general situations. Like, what do you think of this situation? That could have
Right.
pertained to anybody. You understand?
And
And
I don't even say, like, oh, this is me in this situation and this is Cindy
yes,
and these are what these people did to me. So what do you think? I didn't even do that. It was
yes,
kind of like, what do you think of someone? There was somebody who said this about this person. And
yeah,
she gives her honest answers. And some of them are funny, and not all of them are the way that I feel.
yes,
Yet, I was threatened with that. Like,
yes,
let me tell
yes,
you, that would be
yes,
bad. I would
yeah,
go to the ends of the earth. My
yeah,
daughter is going to become a doctor. She's in
yeah,
school now. And
yeah,
if anybody thinks that I would ever, ever, ever put up with someone that could ruin that, or threatening me to
right.
ruin that, and I
No,
would not do something in retaliation, or at least a threat, like, you better shut your mouth, they're wrong, because
Right. Right.
mothers, fathers too, protect their children. This is
Yeah,
what we
of
do.
course. That's not a thing. And I want to say, yes, please, no names, because listen, keep it
Yeah,
with me.
please.
Anybody who sees this that has an issue with it, come at me. Don't come at my subscribers. We have to stop that shit. People have the right to their opinion. And it's funny that certain creators allow the nastiest shit to be said in their chats. The nastiest shit. Okay. I was called spineless queef,
Oh my
Cindy,
God, I
in her
know.
chat. And that shit was
Yep.
allowed OD. That basically calling me spineless vagina. No, not even that. The sound that comes out of a female's vagina, that was allowed.
Mm-hmm.
But people not
Gross.
agreeing with what this creator says is attacking me. But the shit that's said in that chat is outrageous. And I don't want any subscribers attacked for having an opinion. Come at me. Come at me. I'm the
Right.
one that brought it up. I'm the one talking about it. I'm good with it because I'm not going to go back and forth with any creators. Like I said, I'm not doing that shit anymore. I'm not going to come
No,
and put a creator's name in my title and talk about them. I'm talking about situations in a whole. I'm not attacking or bashing any creators. I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm not
no,
giving my
and
energy
you
away
know, not
anymore.
only that, but
Don't attack my
we
subscribers.
are not giving out, or we don't say names. Like, people are under the assumption if we don't say name when we're describing something, it's because we are afraid of them in some way. No, we just don't want to give
Yeah.
you the accolades and have people in the chat go over to your channel to see what you're about. Sorry, call it spiteful, call it what you want, but no.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the person that Just Jules has been
That's different,
arguing
Jay.
with,
Right.
has some besties that have an issue with me, I hear, and ask me if I give a fuck. No,
Nope,
not
I
at
don't either.
all. I said what I said. I meant what I said.
And you stand by what you said, and that's it.
Absolutely. I woke up the next day, which was this morning, and I'm like,
Yep.
JJ, did you stand
Yep.
by what you said? And I answered myself and I said, hell the fuck yes, girl. Yes.
I know. I
We
know.
stand
And that's
by
why
what
I
we
said
said.
it too, JJ. You remind me of Just Jules a lot. Because right, wrong, or indifferent, you're gonna stand on your 10 toes on what you've
Yes.
said. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I
And
respect that.
there
And I
might be some
respect
people that don't like that. And
that.
I
Of course not.
understand it. I get it. Like, you could be mad all you want, but I'm not going to sell myself out and my principles and my morals and my ethics and all that, yada, yada. I ain't doing it. I'm not. And if there's somebody in the community that Just Jules is now having a feud with and has in the past and all of that, that has done things towards me. I'm a little nobody. Like,
Right.
there's not, I'm just me over here. I have a channel, but it certainly isn't to make money. Hello, it's been like how many? Like 3 or 4 months since I uploaded? I don't even
Yes.
know. I'm
Yes.
here with you because I love you. You're one
I
of my
love you
best
too.
friends, and we
Yep.
have an amazing time. And we
We
really
do.
do have some amazing subscribers that love me, whether, regardless, even if
They
I'm just
do.
letting it out there and they don't agree, they still will support because
Yes.
they know that I stand on what I say. And I'm sorry, but if you are coming at me hard body, especially about parenting, don't you get mad when I go on Twitter and I let you have it about your parenting. Sorry,
Right. Yep.
an issue.
Miss Mickey.
Come to
I
me.
love. Oh my God, there goes my J Fid. Hi, J
It's
Fid.
here. Oh
We
my
love
God.
you. We love you
Talking
so
about
much.
you, girl.
Yes,
So,
we love you so
I'm
much,
here
J Fid.
always. And
Yes.
I'm good. You shouldn't regret anything, J Fit. You said nothing wrong.
No,
Absolutely nothing
nothing.
wrong.
Hey, Napa Valley girl, how are you, sweetie pie? Um, and my Megs is here. And listen, Shay,
Megs.
Megs is an old soul. Like Megs
She
right here,
really is.
this one right here
Mm-hmm.
is an old soul. She brings me back to reality. Like it's crazy. She's so mature for her young 20 something years. And and I again, you know what I mean? People get mad at us for having our opinion. I've lost some subscribers yesterday, and that is their right. But I
Mm-hmm.
stand by everything I've said. And I wasn't harsh. I didn't call people bitches and all this other stuff. But I've seen it, and I've stayed quiet for a long time. For a long time. And when I spoke in Just Jules chat, I said that. I've stayed quiet for a long time, and I've seen, people say that they're for women and allowed what was done to JJ on that panel, and the way we were spoken about in the chat. It was like
Correct.
open season. As soon as uh JJ, it was okay to come at JJ, and they come at me and JJ crazy in the chat. Crazy. It was insane. And so if people don't agree with you in another chat, it's attacking. So what is it when what's going on in your chat? And that's the thing, is I keep saying, I don't know how many times, I swear I'm gonna get tattoos with this shit. It's a matter of perspective, right? Some creators have to get a thicker skin. Let me tell you, when I started YouTube, my skin was thin as paper. I wasn't ready for the bullshit. Now I'm good. Like, and maybe because I'm at a better place mentally where it doesn't bother me as much. It really doesn't. Like JJ can tell you, over a
Yeah.
year ago, I would cry. I would cry
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, what the fuck? Why? I couldn't understand why people were so nasty, and I would get really, really upset. And now I laugh. I'm like, fuck them, fuck this, middle finger to everybody. Like,
You do, because if there are people that are kind of like teetering on the edge, if you say one little thing, they're gonna send you a DM and be like, "Bitch, I'm
yeah,
subscribing." Okay, because I can't go the next day and lie to people and tell them that I feel some way that I do not. It's
oh, yeah,
it's the way that it is, and I feel terrible,
yeah,
for what I don't know. Like a lot of the things they say, like I came into the community when Just Jules was pretty good, like maybe, I don't know, April, March, April,
right,
whatever. I remember
right,
listening to her when there was
right,
gardening. I was doing gardening, and she may have done some terrible things. I don't
right.
know what they are, nor do I care right now. I love the Jules that I listen to
I
all
do
the
too.
time, and
I
I
do too.
can't help but stick up for her. And people don't understand. Like, I would urge anybody to think about, like,
Yes,
your true love. Like, how did it feel? What did you think? Like, when you broke up, were you devastated? Probably. I mean, I know
yeah,
I was,
yeah.
after
Of
my first true
course,
love. And I think that that is where Jules is.
of
She
course. She's still
loves
hurt. Of
this
course,
Glenwood. It's
yes, she does.
painful for her, and she
It
wanted
is.
to set the record straight. And you
Yes,
talked about that quite a bit, about what charges are brought on you are not
yeah,
necessarily even what you did, and they sound way worse
yes,
than
yes,
what,
yes.
the charge sounds like,
Yes,
or
and
what actually
I'm
happened.
speaking from experience, guys. I've been in jail. I've been to prison, and what I was charged with was not what I ended up being convicted of. You know what I
Right.
mean? What I pled guilty to, and and people could look up my record. I don't care. Look it up. I'm not a liar. One of them was a misdemeanor, and my freaking lawyer had it brought up to a freaking felony. So it was brought up to a charge that looks terrible. You know what I mean? When it was originally a freaking misdemeanor, because I had one felony. I already said I have two felonies. Ooh, Mufasa, clutch your pearls. And so one of my I had a felony and I had a misdemeanor. The case that I was fighting at that moment, the felony was an old case. The case that I was fighting at the moment was a damn misdemeanor. And my lawyer told me, listen, if we have to run it concurrent, you'll get out in less time. That's what I was thinking about. I had a young child. I had young children, and I had just had a baby. I wanted to get home as soon as I could. My lawyer was like, this is the way to get you home. We have to bring this up to this to run it concurrent. And I didn't think about it. I was young. I was 22, 23. I was a kid. I didn't think about the future and my record and all of this shit. I was thinking about getting home. So they brought it up. Now I have 2 felonies on me when it was a misdemeanor. So I say that to say what you're charged with may not be what you plead guilty to, what you're convicted of. We don't know the situation or the circumstance. I don't know the situation with Glenwood, and it's none of my freaking business. But the way that Just Jules is being convicted in the court of public opinion is fucking gross. And even if, let's play devil's advocate, even if she had done something wrong, so fucking what? I did something wrong. I'm not that person anymore. So people could bring it up all they want. That shit doesn't hurt me. I know I'm the one that brought it here to YouTube, because you people that hate me won't have a gotcha moment on me. You won't. You won't. I'm a felon. Yes, I've broken the law, but I haven't been arrested in 21 years. 21 years I haven't been in trouble. And I'm just sick of that being used as a weapon. Oh, well, I'll dig this up and dig that up and do this and show this and yada yada, as a way to embarrass somebody, to intimidate somebody to be quiet. Why? Because they have an opinion you don't like. Grow up. Like I said, I wanted to cease the personal involvement that I have with certain content creators. That was personal because I knew them on personal levels, right? So the only way that I can sincerely say I wanted to stop is when I stop. So that's why I am making a conscious effort and decision. I will no longer talk about those content creators in any form or fashion. I don't care what they do on YouTube. I will not address it. I will not discuss it because we have a personal history. And I'm not doing that anymore. It's not worth my energy. It's not worth aggravating me. It's not worth it anymore. But I will still come and talk about situations. I will support people. I support Just Jules. I'm going to support till the wheels fall off. Just like JJ, just like my friends. I'm going to support you. I don't care what people say.
Yeah, that is true. There was a time that Cindy was basically treated like less than dog shit because she was my friend. And then there was a time that people really spoke awful, and there were a lot of lies about Cindy that were told to me. But what did I do? I said, okay, I was upset. I questioned it. Whatever. Cindy knows all about it. However, I said, I'm sorry, ladies, but I need to talk to Cindy first. I said that I don't know how many times before they wanted me to just be like, we're pushing her off to the side. I said, no, that's my friend. I need to speak to her first, because honestly, I was in tears over things that people were telling me about Cindy. And like, it was almost like a betrayal, and it ended up not even true, not even being what they made it out to be. And I'm incredibly grateful. I mean, you guys, y'all in chat have no idea that I did not give in to that, because if I did, I wouldn't be up here right now talking with Cindy. And it's not about being up here. I could do a channel and I can come up here, whatever. It's about being with Cindy. And Cindy's one of my best friends. We met in real life. We talk. We're similar yet so opposite.
Camden. Yes. Crazy. True. We're similar but very, very different. Hi, Yaya Cat. I'm sorry. Hi, Camden. I see your comments. I'm sorry, I'm way behind. Breezy Girl, as usual, I agree with you.
Yes.
And I saw a question. Sorry. Okay. Cat, the U.S. Navy vet, Yaya says, but let me ask, as just a subscriber, are we supposed to have a thick skin? Now, right? Subscribers. Okay, so I used to feel a long time ago that no subscriber under any circumstance should be addressed, spoken about. I no longer feel that. I don't think subscribers should be attacked and like gunned for, like content creators. You do not have the same reach as us. You do not have the same influence as content creators. And But I think as subscribers, you should try to have a thicker skin, because if you don't, you're setting yourself up for a lot of hurt. Because no matter what, not everybody has boundaries and standards. Like, we've learned that, right? Certain people have certain standards, like, okay, I won't talk about kids, I won't talk about family, I won't aim below the belt. But then there's people that aim below the belt, and even if they're too cowardly to do it, they'll hand it to somebody else that they know will do that, right? Because I've seen recent in these last week people that show their hands and say, look, my hands are clean, because they've already done it under the table and they've handed it to other people. So I think that it's important for subscribers to be prepared for the worst. Hope for the best on YouTube, but be prepared for the worst. Be prepared for people not to have boundaries, not to have standards, and still come for you, even if you don't deserve it, even if you just are stating your opinion, which everyone has the right to. Whether I agree with it or not, everyone has the right to their opinion. You know what I mean? Um, and the only time I've ever really put a subscriber on blast was when they came for my kids. You went into
Oh,
comment
yes.
sections coming from my kids, trying to dox my kids. You don't have the right to anonymity, chick. Like, for real, for real. Keep your fight with me. That was the only time, and I didn't dox her. I didn't go digging. I put their YouTube and their Twitter handle for everybody to see. Look at this person. They go after kids. All this, all this, all that. And I will do that again.
Mm-hmm.
Come after my kids.
Um,
There's no rules. You know what I mean? So I
feel
think
the
that that's it.
loves Feel the love, says Selfie Queen.
Hey,
Cindy and
feel the love.
JJ have been through a lot of BS on YouTube also.
Truth.
I've known them since I first came onto YouTube,
Okay,
going on
cool.
3 years now, I guess. They've been loyal, 100%. Like, if I'm loyal to, listen, I don't expect Cindy to be, like, even on stream, to come up here every single time and be some kind of perfect being and never say something that people may not agree with or get upset about.
Yes.
That's never the intention. We don't come here with the intention of that. But I will say we will tell the truth. And what I said in Siwa's live, I would pray that
Thank you,
someone,
babe.
anybody, y'all listening, if you don't support me or Cindy,
Yes.
tell me because of this Siwa, tell me what I've ever said about
Thank
her
you, babe.
that led to what she has done to me twice. To
Yeah.
twice. I don't
Twice.
even know her.
Hey, fun size.
She herself brought me there to ask her questions because she let somebody on panel that was harassing me. And if
Yes.
I'm sorry, but if you are
Okay,
for
cool.
women, you're
Yes.
for women who have been harassed and being harassed, you are
Yep.
not going to let somebody up there that
No.
allows that to happen. And
Nope.
you're also, because I asked for that part, that's all I asked. I sent a very nice message, very kind. I don't even know her, asking her, please edit out this one part. It was probably
Yes.
3 or 4 minutes or so.
Yes.
I can't. It was too long. Fuck that. I'm not going to miss out on the money, the stream that I did. I'm not going to hide that. I can't because it was too long of a stream to edit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if you are a business owner, which I can speak from personally, from experience, it doesn't always work in your favor. And
No, it doesn't.
sometimes you have to bite the bullet and take a loss for the right moral and ethical thing. That's
Yep.
what you should do.
You're
So
right.
to be told by somebody who has such a problem with men harassing, whether it be sexually or otherwise, but
Yes. Yep,
then
Miss Mickey. Yeah, sorry.
refuse to
Yep.
delete a video or at least private it due
Yes.
to what she did. And she
Yep.
tried to turn it around on me like I had
Yes.
fault in that. No, I did not.
No, you
You,
didn't.
ma'am,
You didn't.
you allowed someone on your
Yeah.
platform to come on and to show a picture of me that
Yeah.
was once taped on a wall and
Yep.
talk all kinds of shit about wanting it, like he wants to be like he wants me to be his baby mama, all that kind of shit. Like, who?
I
I
hear
would
you.
never. It doesn't
No.
matter how much money I lose. Never. There are
Yeah.
some things, my morals and ethics and principles, that are more important than getting some AdSense.
Yep. Yep. You're right. You're right. And what was done to you, and then says, I stand by women, but and then I was in Just Jules chat yesterday, right? And someone came in under an account that I'm not familiar with. And because people were saying, that she was endorsing that creator that showed JJ's picture. I don't even want to say his name. I have his name even blocked out
Nah, we're
in
not
the
saying
blocked
his
words
name.
on my
Nope.
channel for a reason, because he's another one that looks for any reason. He's tagging me in every video he does. Like, just leave me
All the
alone, man.
time.
I
Yep,
haven't spoken
same.
about you. You're tagging me in every freaking video. You did a video about Brooke and you're tagging me in it. Like, it's exhausting. But you know, he's on the panel and she's endorsing his channel, whatever. And so somebody says, oh, well, how can they say they're against these creators when they're supporting another creator? And I know that that was directed at me and JJ because
Yep.
Roadhog comes into my chat. Now,
Yes.
listen to me, okay? I've said I only stop 4% of YouTube from coming into my chat. That 4% is people that I have had personal interactions, the worst personal
Yes.
interactions, have attacked
Correct.
my family, my sobriety, my marriage, have said the worst personal things about us. So that is
Yes.
why there's only those people that are blocked from my channel. Okay. He doesn't come in here and attack anybody. He doesn't. He comes in and says hi. You know why? To anger those people that think they can tell people where they can go. He says it. Coming in here to piss off the haters, and he bounces. And I am not going to allow anybody to tell me what I have to do on my channel. So because they try to tell me what I'm gonna do on my channel, that makes me stand up against it even more. Like, you're not gonna tell me what to do on my channel.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
not.
We are some
There's
stubborn
videos
Puerto
where we've
Ricans.
spoken about Roadhog's past and all of that. We've spoken many times about it, but we've never attacked his wife on a personal level. We've never attacked him on a personal level. We've spoken about the things he said and done, the behaviors, even in his
Yes.
chat months and months and months ago. I spoke up for two women that he came at too hard and that didn't deserve it. And Welsh Rose was one of those women. Don't do that. She didn't deserve that. And I said it in his chat. And I'll say it again. You understand? But because I'm not gonna attack this man, I'm the enemy and I'm the worst of the worst. No. You understand? Sometimes, like I said, I'm not gonna go and attack everybody because the people that hate me and can't stand me and have said the nastiest shit about me are now trying to dictate what I can do on my channel. Does that even make sense? It doesn't. And I'm not going to conform. I'm not a clout chaser. I don't chase that shit. I'm not going to do what is the easiest thing to do. Never done that. So I saw that and it's not okay. Like I've said, I've been biased when it comes to people that I've liked. I've been biased. I've been a hypocrite in many situations. But when I know better, I do better. You know?
Yeah, and we have to, and when saying that, when I know better, I do better.
I didn't know that.
Never
So,
have Cindy and I ever looked into doxing anyone,
no,
pretending
never,
to be a private
never.
investigator,
Hey,
pretending
Terry
like
Lynn.
there are things that drop in my lap that are against
Yes.
my worst enemies on YouTube. I don't hate. I really don't. I don't hate.
No.
I may dislike, something
Oh,
someone said.
I dislike a
But when it
lot.
comes to hate,
Sorry.
there's a few that I will admit I can't fucking stand to the point of hatred. And it's info has dropped in my lap with a little bow on it, and I've done nothing with it because that's not
Yes.
what we
Yes.
do. That's not what we're about. We don't do that. And we're no better if we then decide to retaliate in that way, unless you mess with my child.
Right.
Then you don't get to dictate how I respond.
And Breezy Girl, I'm sorry, if you're asking if Roadhog did, he did. He did. So
He did what?
again, I'm not here. I'm not.
What'd he do?
No, Breezy Girl says not to cause problems, but did he ever apologize for using the N-word? And
Yeah,
I don't
he
know
did.
if you're speaking about Roadhog, he did. And that's what
He
I'm gonna
did.
say on that, because I'm not gonna speak
Yep.
for him, but yes, he did. Okay.
Many times, by the way, many times he said that he felt awful for it. And even though it wasn't with the hard R and was with the A, and he grew
Yeah,
up,
it was wrong. It was wrong. It was
like
badass
it
wrong.
was still wrong. It didn't matter. And a lot of the things that he did, many of the things that he did was absolutely disgusting, appalling. Cindy and I have said so. The only difference in the reason why that he has not come after Cindy and I is because we never went low. Like, we're not calling DCF. We're not calling the police. We're not calling jobs. We're not
We
trying
don't
to
do
get
that to
people
anybody.
fired.
We don't do that to anybody.
We don't do that. And he even said, he knows what we've said about him, but
He knows.
he respected the fact that it was just an opinion.
We did
So to me,
didn't we do a whole live on the abusive behaviors of the men in the
yes,
community? And he was in the
absolutely.
chat, and he was one of the people we were speaking about. We've been
Yes.
critical of him. There's
Very.
videos, still lives on my channel, being very critical of him. Like, I'm not here, I'm not pom-pomming for anybody. I'm just saying that to say, and I understand Welsh. Welsh says, I accepted that apology in hopes of peace, not having to be looking over my shoulder every time I come online. But there are people who try to make it something more than it is. And I'm
correct.
grateful. And that's the thing. How dare we say that Welsh shouldn't have accepted his apology in hopes to be able to just move past it and not have to fight with him anymore on the internet? Like, this is the entitlement of people thinking that they can tell other grown adults. And it's easy for people to say, right? If you're not the one directly affected, it's easier for you to say. And even people that have been directly affected, you still cannot dictate how somebody else feels, how they handle a situation, and if they choose to move on from it. That's it.
Right. And I actually admired Welsh, and
I did too.
who was the other that he apologized to?
No,
he
Camden
apologized. It was
Sorry.
Welsh and somebody else that he apologized to, and that wasn't for me to say whether the person can accept
Sue
the
Elliott, wasn't
apology
it
or
Sue
not.
Elliott?
No, it wasn't Sue Elliott. It wasn't. It was someone else. It was Welsh, and there was another one that he felt terrible for the things he said. And he endorsed their channel and told his followers to go. And by no means am I sticking up for him. However, things are not black and white. It's not, either you do or you don't. To me, it's kind of like the dude, like, we've been able to be very critical of him, yet he still has not come for me or Cindy.
Oh, Suzanne. Yes, Suzanne. Thank you, J Fitch.
Suzanne, that's it. Yes.
Camden, what's her IG? I want to listen, Just Jules is live, and I know I want to go see Just Jules. We're gonna cut this short in a few minutes. I just want to look up what her thing is on IG before we end. Do you know what it is on IG, Camden, so I could look that up real quick and tell you guys? Okay, Shay, love you. We're about to leave too, because I want to catch Just Jules, but I do want to see what her justification.
I also want to say, I know that the Black Wolf is listening. He always does. Hey,
and I love you, Black Wolf. I'm sorry I haven't spoken to you. Oh, I think I found her. Good. Good, continue.
Oh, I'm just saying, I adore Wolfie, and he's done nothing to me, yet other people want to, like, hammer down on him just because he goes against the majority for the bullshit they do. How can I not? And he always defends Cindy and I. And for that, those are things that you don't forget. And I will forever be loyal, for that too. Because
I love him.
Yeah, people can get mad, but sorry, I'm not gonna not be
Wait,
friends with somebody
Camden,
because people get mad.
was it a post? She probably left. All I see on her IG was, okay, maybe Housewife sent it to me. Hold on, let me see. Yes, okay, got it. Thank you, Housewives, you are the bomb. So this is Lily Red's whatever, red flags with Lily, the one who did the interview. Thank you, Housewives, you are the bomb. Okay, this was her explanation for her interview. I stand by that interview and thank Madison. The interview is available under members only. Yeah, good way to push your members only, Lily. Fuck you. If you would like to watch it, thank you for everyone for your support. Again, you're a bottom feeder. Anyway, okay. This was what she posted. I'm just reading her post, okay? It says, for anyone with speculation, no one helped me set up the interview with Glenwood's sister. We know that. You're a bitch all by yourself. I set it up myself. How is giving this man's family, who has been a large topic of discussion, a chance to advocate for him wrong? How can the people who have contacted stepmothers and the stepbrother of people in this community just to talk shit about people, not to advocate because they have been accused of a crime? What? Say that what I did was wrong. That is hypocrite. Okay, first of all, grown people can go where grown people want to go, right? um the stepmother has said herself nobody brought her into this community. A mutual friend, right, told her that Jen Bailey had a channel. She looked, I guess, her IG, whatever, and saw she was talking crap about her and started watching for herself. When somebody's dogging you and you don't have that same reach, let's say I'm not on YouTube and somebody's on YouTube dogging me, and I find out and I come and I want to be able to talk my shit, I have the right to do that. Okay. Stepbrothers too. If I'm on YouTube and I'm talking hella shit about my stepbrother and he finds out and he comes into the community and wants to give his side of the story, that's different. The thing is, you were not advocating for this man. You've been dogging this man. Okay. And it was lies spewed against Just Jules that has been defending him all this time. Her story has not changed about Glenwood. You guys are not advocating. Oh, that shit pisses me off. Let me see, Camden, what you said. Hold on. Because that shit gonna piss me off. Terry Lynn said, Terry Lynn, she should say it for what it was. If she's gonna stand behind it, her intention was to humiliate Jules, and her method was to seek out the family member of an ex-boyfriend. Period. That is it. Point blank, period. To It was kind of like a control thing to show you how much power, a power move on her point, because she kept saying, see, this shit is gonna get me tight. She kept saying in chats, oh, I'm talking to somebody in her family, that she had Just Jules' sister so worried and so upset that she contacted family to make sure nobody was talking to any of these a-holes on YouTube. So she kept doing that. So it was all to mess with Jules' mental state. That's what it was for. And then to go and speak to his sister and pretend like they cared about this man's reputation when they've been the ones calling him a trafficker, calling Jules a groomer, all this stuff. So don't pretend, please. At least keep it real. At least keep it real, and just say, I don't like her. I don't give a fuck. I did it. Don't you dare say that you wanted to advocate for this man and his family. You don't give two shits about his family, and you can't stand Just Jules. It was all to get at Just Jules, and you've been dogging this man for eons. So please cut the shit out with your lies. That's the shit I can't. Keep it real. Keep it real. I don't like Just Jules. Yep, I did it to get back at her. That's it. But don't lie, you fucking coward. Lily also said she wouldn't stop till Jules cried. Wait, what did you say, Terry Lynn? Sorry. Wait, let me catch. Her story has never changed. It hasn't. It hasn't. And Jules and I were at the time not even remotely friends. Yep. And I would still say her story never changed. I know. I know. And it hasn't changed. Her story hasn't changed. She's been the one to give Glenwood a voice, to be the one to say he's not a bad dude. He was on drugs. I know what drugs do to people. I know. I wasn't a bad person. I did some bad things though in my addiction. I committed crimes in my addiction. I wasn't a bad person, but I did some bad things. And she's never wavered in that. Never. So for you to pretend that you cared and you lied and you turned it around and said she's been dogging him and all this shit, and it was all lies. She's the only one that has stood up for him. So cut it out. Don't play victim now and act like you're so ethical and you were just giving him a voice and advocating against the lies and all. Get the fuck out of here, man. Whew, sorry, JJ. Sorry. That shit just gets me. And that's not what he was charged with either. Exactly. And we shouldn't be doing that. I'm a felon. Look up my shit. I don't care. And people don't do it because it won't have that power against me because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You can try to dox me. I don't know where I live now. So, you know, people, I know people that I thought were my friends have given people my name and all this shit and my address. I no longer live there. So do what you want. I have nothing to hide. I'm a felon. I was a drug addict. What can you do? There's nothing you could do. That's why that's not a card that they've pulled with me. This is cowardly. This is cowardly, and I'll keep saying it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's coward. Yes, she was Tracy Wagaman's manager. Yep, she stole her channel, IG, sold her baby's picture after she passed. She's dirty. She called John Yates, crank calls him, like she crank calls people, like, grow up, girl. Grow up. Grow up. Won't stop till she cries. Yep, she said that. She said that. These people don't, you're not moral. You're not a good person. You weren't advocating for him. Fucking dumbasses. Mama T, you have no idea how lucky you are. I only know because I rocked with Just Jules. I'm going to say this and then we're going to end because Just Jules is live. And I know people want to go to her live. And I was watching Jules for a long time before I supported her. I thought she was funny. I thought she was funny. I thought she was pretty funny. And she didn't like me too much. I guess because I made like some jokes about squirrels, or whatever, because of people I supported that were making jokes about squirrels or whatever, right? And I remember I went into Maria and Ann's chat. She was tight. She was tight. She left because first she left because Zeus was in there, and then she left, and then she went live, and she was like, "Yeah, I left because Selfie Queen Cindy was in there," and I was like, "What the hell? What?" I was kind of flattered a little bit, and I was like, "What the hell? How the hell, I have that much power?" And I laughed, and I was like, "Damn, I didn't even say anything bad about her." And I watched her, and I continued to watch her, and then I just fell in love with her personality. And then I went into her chat one day and I apologized to her, and we were good ever since then. And I rock with her. I'm a loyal person. I don't turn on people. I don't pretend to support people if I don't. There were people that I rocked with that we fell out with, and if I've ever spoken about them is because they came at me hard body, and I still haven't put their business out there. I haven't come at people. I don't put people's names in my titles. I'm not into clout chasing. I don't do things for views. You're on YouTube, of course you want views, but that's not my goal here. Like, that's all I care about. When I feel like talking about something, I talk about something. And so does JJ. We've never been about that. Thank you. Thank you, Yaya. Hi, Lisa, my girl. Yes, he made mistakes, but he's paying for what he was convicted of. My instinct tells me he's a good guy. He's owed the chance. And to see her cry yesterday, like, JJ, did you see when she cried? And she can see
she
the
was
love that
heartbroken.
she has for him. The
It
love that
broke
she
my
has for
heart.
him. It makes me sad that they're doing this to her.
She said
And,
he was the love of her life, and it's like,
you
stop
too,
it now,
52.
why you guys want to do that for? Like, is it that important to you? Is it that important because you're called the name like bulbous nose? Who gives a
Right,
shit? I got
right,
a bulbous nose too. Call me bulbous nose. I don't give a fuck. It's my family nose. I'm a rocket
right,
and until I die. I
right,
can go and get it. like
And that's why
surgery
she's so mad
enhanced,
because
but
Jules called
no.
her bulbous nose. And so,
Yes.
you know, let's keep it in perspective. Bulbous nose, oh, I'm gonna interview your ex's sister because that is even keel. Like, what the
Right.
fuck? People
Right.
take
I'm
shit
so
too
tired
far.
of it though. I'm so
I'm
tired.
tired of
I'm
it too.
tired of it.
It's
It's
all
like
too
you
much.
got to be careful with every little thing you say. And
Yep.
it's not like you're trying to convince others. Like you and I get up here and we just talk, or if you and I are in Jules's chat, we talk about our experiences,
Yes.
And I am not, let me just put it out here now, because it was put out that I'm some sort of clout
We
chaser or wanting. I can promise y'all, I
okay.
have not made 1 single cent on YouTube.
No,
Nothing.
no.
No, I never have I put out my PayPal, no money, no nothing. I don't even have a list, I have nothing. Even when it was my birthday,
Okay.
didn't put out a list. I just, so for people, I'm a giver. That's it. I love to give. That's what makes me happy.
Yeah.
So for people to say that I'm clout chasing off of you, witch, nah,
Yeah.
girl, nah,
No.
no, you are
I know. And
so
to say that
wrong.
she's not gonna mention our name because we're trying to clout chase off of her. No, the hell we're not.
Yes.
No, the
Could
hell
you
we're not. You know, we're
imagine?
so irrelevant. I don't care. And that, you
No.
know, people don't realize that when you say that about people, and anyway, she has no respect for her subscribers. Like she really doesn't, and that's fine. I don't care. People could say I'm irrelevant, laugh at my views. I'm thankful for every single view I get. I'm thankful for every member, every subscriber, every mod. Like, so they're not hurting my feelings when they say that because I am so grateful and thankful for every single one of you guys. Like I have people that come in here, been with me since day one. And that
Yes.
means more to me than growing crazy at a, you know, an alarming rate. I don't want any of that. I want people who genuinely like to be here. You know, I'm
Yeah.
glad people don't say, oh my God, watching Sophie and JJ is like watching paint dry. That would hurt my
Oh
feelings.
my
You know
God.
what I mean?
That's boring. Yeah, 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 exactly. Right? Like it's not your personality, it's what you put out there. And
Yeah.
you and I talk as if, I swear to God, guys, like when Cindy and I talk, this is the way the conversation goes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Like as if we are just talking to each other, only
Yeah.
you guys are hearing it, putting your input, and
Yeah,
we're
we're all just
taking
having
it.
a conversation together, guys, and that's
Right.
what it's about. And we love
Yes.
that, you know, and we're gonna
Mhm.
keep being ourselves, guys. Listen, like I said, I lost subscribers, and that's fine because people get upset, they get hurt, they listen to other people, and that's why we never want anybody here to choose. Please don't
No.
feel that you have to choose. You can go wherever you want, and that's from the bottom of our hearts. But
Yes.
before you listen to anything that's said about us, just look into it a little bit for yourselves. Don't allow anybody
Mhm.
else to make up your mind. And if you decide you don't want to support us anymore, then I respect that and that's fine. But make your decision for you. Don't allow anybody else to make your decision. And that should be in regards to any creator. Any creator. I've never sat here and said, you need to unsubscribe. How dare you support such and such? I would never fix my mouth to say that because that mirror can be turned on me. You know, if I say that about another creator, then that goes for me as well. So I don't sit here and say that. Um, but I'm gonna get off because Jules is live and I do want to catch her. Listen, guys, we love you, JJ. I've missed you.
I
Um,
miss you.
tomorrow's
I
Monday,
miss you.
guys.
I miss our peoples.
Yes,
I miss all the peoples in the chat. I miss
well,
you.
we love you
Even
too.
one little live, I'm like,
Yes.
I feel out of my element.
And please go subscribe to Welsh because she's been trying to get her channel back. And she, like she said earlier, it's been 2 weeks. I don't know if she'll get it back. Welsh is another great person. So please subscribe to her channel. Um, we have to look out for each other, you know. And tomorrow's members only, you know, might as well. Grifters gotta grift. Become a member. Fuck that. I haven't grifted
So,
today. And we're doing still the prison series, and that's where we talk a lot more openly, freely, and we're just gonna have a lot of fun. So that's tomorrow, at 5 o'clock as well. Our members only live. So I hope to see my members there. and hope you're enjoying that. And thank you to my
5 o'clock
member. Yes, I got a new member.
Eastern.
Yes,
We
Eastern
are
time.
New York time, Eastern
Yes.
Standard, 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Thank
And when
you
I
guys.
say that we talk about things and Cindy talks
Yes.
about things that she would never ever do on like a public platform, she
Yeah,
only
no.
speaks about it with her friends, which
Yes.
she considers, her members,
Yes.
and even outside of members, her friends.
Yes.
So it's fun. It's fun. I'm sure
I
there's some
hope you
people
guys
in here
enjoy
that
it.
will tell you it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. And when you become a member, you can see the other lives that we've done on members only. And it's just more candid, more open, and stuff that
Yes.
I won't say on YouTube because I don't want it getting around. I don't want my sons to see that kind of stuff. There's certain things my sons don't need to hear about. So anyway, we
Right.
love you guys and we thank you for being here. We thank you for the
Thank
continued
you.
support. Oh, good. Oh my God, good. Joe being Joe. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. My girls are
Oh, thank goodness.
Thank you. Good, Joe being Joe. We love you. So guys, Mama T put Just Jules link. Just Jules is live now. And that's where we're heading over there to go show us some love. Love you guys.
Absolutely.
And to the members, we'll see you tomorrow. If my subscribers, we will be back Wednesday, God willing. Si Dios quiere, te quiero, te adoro, all that good stuff. Nos vemos mañana. Si no, el miércoles, mi amores. I love you guys. I love you all so much. Thank you guys. Love you, Jake.
Thank you so much for listening to me.
Yes. Love you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Good night. Bye, guys.
Bye.